So, I want to talk today a little bit about what it means to be blessed. So, I had somebody tell me that I'm blessed because I have a degree. And just to give you some context, I was talking to somebody about the fact that they don't have a job and they were looking for a job, and kind of what their plan was, what they plan to do, and how they plan to get focused on their job search. And this person said to me, oh, I'm going to go to school and I'm going to get a job. I'm like, okay, so that kind of led to some other conversations about, exactly how you're going to do that and what type of job and all that type of stuff. So they said, you don't know how blessed you are. Blessed that you have that piece of paper, meaning my degree, and that you have the job that you have, and you make the money that you make. Now, yes, I do have my degree. Yes, I have my career focus in human resources. Yes, I make decent money. I don't know that I would call myself blessed. And I'll tell you why. To me, blessings, and I'm not a spiritual person, I'm not a religious person, but blessings are almost like good tidings or miracles or things that are given to you that you didn't have to really do much to get, right? You were blessed to have green eyes, or you're blessed to have grown up in that neighborhood, or whatever. But I struggle with whether or not my degrees and my career is a blessing. And just to kind of put into context how much I struggle with this, this conversation took place a few days ago. And it really kind of hit me wrong then. And I said, you know what, let me kind of sit back and chew on this a little bit and see how I feel about what was said. And I just can't get past the fact that somebody would say that I'm blessed for having this stuff, right? So, and I think for me the reason why is because I do not come from good means, did not have a great upbringing, great history. I've struggled and had some really, really challenging times, I guess is kind of one way to say it. So, when I went and got my degree, I was 30. I was 30 years old. I was a little older. I had kids. I was married. And I was at a point where I had already been in HR at that point for 12 years. And had worked my way up and, had, decent jobs and decent pay, and really didn't struggle from a career perspective. But I was getting to a point where I felt like I was getting stuck, where the writing was on the wall that it was becoming increasingly difficult for me to be able to find a position of higher authority or higher responsibility without having a degree. So, and I've always been a lifelong learner, so going back and getting my degree was always kind of on my to-do list. But at that point, it just felt more like, okay, that to-do list is now need to be done yesterday list, right? So I went and I enrolled in school, and I didn't go to a top-notch school or anything like that. I didn't even go to a school that I'm proud to say that I went to, right? I went to the University of Phoenix. Why? Well, I needed convenience. I had 4 small kids at home, a husband, a full-time job, and back when I went to school, like I went to school 100 years ago, but when I was going back to school, online degree programs weren't prevalent. So it wasn't like, I could go to Penn or Drexel or Temple or Rutgers or I live in New Jersey, Philly area, and just go get an online degree. So I needed something that was convenient and flexible that would allow me the opportunity to get my degree, but also not take me away too much from my family. So I did University of Phoenix, and I had the degree program I wanted, and let me tell you something. It was not easy. Like, people look down on my degree and look down on the school and everything, but when I tell you, I busted my ass. I worked my butt off. I learned so much in my degree program. I met great people. I networked. I mean, it was not an easy degree to obtain. A lot of people say, oh, you just paid for your degree. You just bought it. But let me tell you, no. I bought it with blood, sweat, and tears because it was not easy. But I got my degree. Took me 6 years, but I got it. And I have continued to bust my ass in work, in advocating for myself and for what I want, in making sure that I'm focused on my career. So, would I say that I'm blessed? Maybe, maybe now that I'm speaking about it, yeah, maybe I am blessed. I'm blessed that I made the right choices. I'm blessed that I have the intelligence, the aptitude. I'm blessed to, know how to stick up for myself, know how to speak up for myself when it comes to what I want and what I need. So I'm blessed in that way, but it certainly wasn't an easy option, and it's not like this stuff was just handed to me. Like, I didn't work hard for everything that I have. And so for somebody to say, oh, you're just blessed in such a flippant way, as if I didn't put in the effort to get what I got, it was a little upsetting. I'm not going to lie. But I will say, kind of in talking to you guys about it and making this video, I can honestly say, yeah, in some ways, I guess I was blessed. I was blessed that, I took the opportunity and did what I needed to do. So, but I will say this. And what I told him was, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter where you are in life. If you want something, you need to go out and get it. To sit back and make excuses because I'm too old, or I should have done it when I was 18, or I don't know how, or whatever the case may be, it's not an excuse. If you want something, you go out and get it. Call it being blessed. Call it being determined. But don't allow your fears to stop you from going and doing the things that you want to do. Because the only thing that's coming in between you and your dreams and your desires is your fear. Come up with a plan. Figure out what it is that you want. Write a list of the steps that you need to take to get there. And start banging them out. It's as simple as that. And I know sometimes it doesn't seem that simple and the odds seem insurmountable. Don't look at the big picture though. This is the one time I will tell you, don't look at the big picture. Think about it like this. You walk into a room. There's dishes piled high in the sink. There's stuff all over the counters. There's, dirt on the floor. There's dirty pots on the stove. You walk in that kitchen and you're like, whew, man, I'm done. Nope, can't do it. You walk away, you go home. Well, you are home, but you walk away. Go back in that kitchen. Look at the sink. That's it. Don't look at anything else. Just look at the sink. And wash the dishes. When you're done, turn around. Look at the stove. Nothing else. Just look at the stove. And wash the pots. Clean off the stove. When you're done that, look at the counters. Wipe the counters down. When you're done that, sweep the floor. Mop it. Small chunks. Break all these big things, these big, overwhelming, seemingly insurmountable tasks into small chunks. Tackle those small chunks one at a time. And before you know it, you've done the whole kitchen. And the insurmountable task has been surmounted? Is that the right word? But anyway, you've done it. You've done what you need to do. It's the same thing with life and your goals in life. Take the tasks one at a time and get them done. Work your way through your list until you meet your goal. Don't stop working. Even if there's a delay, even if a new obstacle works its way in, even if you're not quite sure how to get from A to B, just keep chipping away day after day. Every day, do something towards your goal. And I'm telling you, you will get there. It's when we stop and we refuse to do anything to reach our goals that we fail. You just have to keep going. So at the end of the day, I'm going to leave that here and just say, you can be blessed, but understand that there is hard work, perseverance, dedication, determination that go into everything that you achieve. You either want it or you don't want it. You decide. Thanks.